All right, we are live. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to This Week Unloaded.
All right, good evening, everybody out there. Welcome to another episode of This Week Unloaded. On the panel tonight so far is the New York Outcast, Mr. Rob D. How are you?
Doing all right. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, people.
Out there in the YouTube chat so far was Moo was out there and Gary out there giving all the birds. He's out there posting every bird meme I think or emoticon that YouTube has. I think.
Bird is the word. Word is the bird.
So, do anything interesting today?
No, not a whole lot today. So nothing exciting. Working on some more cookies currently.
Hey, those aren't gun shaped.
No, these are just regular lump shake chocolate chip.
So you're making cancer cookies? Is that what you do? Lump shaped? He's making tumor cookies, folks.
You want popcorn? My stomach was upset, so I made it.
What's that?
Huh?
We got some breaking news to talk about tonight, or
Not really.
you know, want to share about the new baby on the way?
Huh? She's not able to do that anymore, so yeah, that ain't happening.
Hmm.
Gary's saying cookies. I thought Rob only ate salads. And don't buy into that, Gary. He does everybody else eat salads, and yet this guy only eats pizza and steak
That's a bunch of crap. I eat lots of salads,
with steak and pizza in them.
all in moderation. Plus, you know, cookies don't last long. I still got a bunch from last night, so it's not like I ate them all. Just need a
Uh,
variety.
you know, Jello salad probably doesn't count as a salad, right?
Mm, depending if you put a bunch of fruit in it, I guess it could be possibly partially considered a salad.
Yeah, my grandmother on my father's side, she would make what she called Jello salad. It was Jello, whipped cream, and fruit all mixed together, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I've had some stuff like that in the past. Usually it's pretty good. Lady just finished that movie you were talking about yesterday, since you said it was good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't as good as the original Christmas story, but it was a viable sequel.
She agrees.
There was a lot of callbacks in it to things that happened in the original.
Oh man, did you even hear about I was talking about that the other night on the show, and Patriot was saying that's how I learned how to change a tire or some crap like
Yeah.
that. And then the lady takes off to go to the store, and she gets a damn flat tire in the truck.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I was over there. I'm like, well, tie me, and handing the lug nuts off and stuff. It was pretty funny, but
She didn't knock the lug nuts all over the place on you. Did
no. I was like, damn, we so should have made a video. Like, that would have been perfect just on the timing of it all. Like, damn, cursed me. So now I'm all worried about my furnace going out. So I don't end up downstairs yelling, kicking shit, and screaming.
You don't got a neighbor with a bunch of hound dogs, do you?
No, but I'll keep the damn doors closed anyway. This is New York. We don't leave our door open like that.
So you don't want to have to worry about
Shoot that
Chinese
damn
turkey.
dog.
So you don't want to have to worry about Chinese turkey and having it smiling at you then.
Yeah. Shit. Be cooking a damn dog for dinner if that was the case. Bastard.
Bastard bumpusses.
Yes, now I gotta check out this tire because visual inspection, it looks fine. So I don't know if there was a valve stem problem. I know it was a little low with the temperature swinging so much lately. The tires, the pressure kind of changed in them, and I had meant to take a look at them, but I haven't. I guess been lazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if for some reason maybe it just popped the bead. I don't know. But I can't visually see anything. The sidewall doesn't look bad. So now I gotta, see if I can get it thrown back on to see if the tire's shot or what. I've got extras, but still I gotta be at work like an hour and change away tomorrow. So I haven't used this spare in like 6 years or something like this. So it's not a spare, it's another tire, but it's a regular like 3-ply Kelly whatever tire. And it's old and got some cracks. So I'm thinking I need to get one of these others swapped around before I start heading out. But I don't know. Pain in the ass, but
We just had to get tires put on the wife's car. She went out to go to work and she had just checked the air in the tires the night before, and she went to look like her tire was flat. She checked it at 10 pounds of pressure in it.
yeah.
She went to start filling it up, and it started going back down again. And she took it and to the local Walmart because her son gets discount on tires and whatnot from working there. And she would have tried driving on that. The guy at the damage that was on the tire, he said she probably would have had a blowout if she would try driving any more far on it the way it was looking.
Wow. Yeah, I've had amazing luck. Like, I used to years ago. Like, I'm talking like 6 years ago. Used to use like the Kelly Safari, or not Kelly, Coopers or whatever. The basic freaking tires that are out there. Man, I'd get like pick up nails in them like every other week. It seemed like always end up with flats, have problems, but. I'm driving in dumps, construction areas, things like this. So it seemed like I had to keep like a plug kit in my truck, and then, always make sure I had extra plugs too, because it was always a damn problem. Well, I ended up upgrading to 10-ply tires. I never got a flat since until yesterday. And this is my second set of 10-ply tires. And I still don't think it was a puncture with the tire or anything. So, basically, I try to avoid this type of stuff, but using the better tires anyway for the weight limit and everything. So, kind of it's the way things are. That's why I figured Patriot cursed me somehow talking shit yesterday. So, or I think it was yesterday or the day before. But yeah, crazy stuff, man. This crap always happens in the winter. So I was complaining about not long ago on somebody's show, like all that type of stuff. It always happens.
It was yesterday during Rick's show.
Yeah.
think that's when we were talking about Christmas story and stuff. Was during Rick's show yesterday. Yeah, Clover's asking if you change the valve stem with every set, those can dry, rot, and leak. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on them valve stems too.
Yeah, not sure what the deal is, but figure I'll leave it in the truck and drop it off somewhere tomorrow. Hopefully, I can pick it up on my way back through if I get done with work in a reasonable time, which I should.
Trying to see if anybody else is talking about it in the chat because I really ain't got nothing to talk about.
You had a show and you got nothing?
Man, I just woke up like an hour ago.
Jeez.
I got done with Gary's show earlier, and all of a sudden I just felt super exhausted.
Holy crap. What, all that food talk tired you out?
I don't know, man. My daughter said she felt the same way yesterday. That she just was doing something, all of a sudden she just started feeling really tired.
Maybe your wife's poisoning the family.
You don't want me to tell her you said that, do you?
Now,
She's
keep
sitting
that
right there.
information low key until you can confirm or deny it.
Okay. She's all paranoid. What did she say? What?
That's guilt right there, buddy. Guilt.
Well, she couldn't hear you. So. Clover says, been a long week of food that is not diet compliant, so yeah, he gets it. He's not feeling that great himself.
Did you guys overeat on Thanksgiving? That the problem? Your systems are all backed up and keep eating that turkey leftovers and getting that tryptophan buzz or whatever they call it and passing out.
I didn't eat too much of anything really for Thanksgiving. But no, Ghost, I'm not going to say because I know where you're going with that. You done made that reference one too many times, man. Yeah, Clover says he didn't overeat, but he's been eating a lot of sugar and carbs, which he normally doesn't. So, yeah. So, have you gotten any of the toilet car development going again?
No, well, you know, been working on sketches and I got rough ideas. I got the concept. I'm just lacking the funding. So I'm waiting on those big checks to roll in.
Man,
And
I keep telling you, talk to Daniel.
I can get something going here. So yeah, all the like I said, all the individual parts are there. It's just got to be all slapped together into a modernized vehicle. So
See, what you need to
I
do is
really didn't think you liked this topic. So
you get your.
I'm shocked you bring it up in the beginning of a show. You
No, see
really
what you
don't
get.
have nothing to talk about.
No, what you got to do is get your proof of concept all put together, and then sell it to Elon Musk. You'll be set for life.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Tesla toilet car? Come on. It's a
Kind of like to keep
no-brainer.
my hands on this one.
Well, you could be the project engineer or something. Sell them the design and then go to work for them, building it. Move to Texas, get out of New York.
I'm open to offers. I mean, the investors want to get together at the meeting. We can discuss terms. Not unreasonable.
Yeah, at this rate, you're going to come out with that car when Pat comes out with that double-barrel 1911 doohickey that's a belt fed or whatever.
Well, I don't know, man. I think this is easier. Yeah, easier to put together than that.
Of course, we're all still waiting for Pat to go to Afghanistan and steal back an AC-130 too.
Like gasifiers are already a thing, so all we got to do is get the human waste and the pellets, which depending what you eat, that could basically happen on its own. You got a vacuum seal system or vacuum tube system and pushes the gases and the pellets. And I like I said, it's all there. I don't want to say too much without, having some protection or, something.
So what you do is steal one from a surplus space shuttle?
It's all there. I was nowhere near that facility.
So you're not the one that broke into the Smithsonian? Just kidding, FBI. We know you're out there listening. Yeah, I really don't know. This is not going to be a long show at this point, at this rate.
Anything, like I said, anything in the news to chat about or nothing recent?
I don't know. I really haven't been paying attention.
Nobody's walked through any bushes lately or anything like that, or sniffed any kiddos?
Yeah. I noticed that the reports on the mass murders in Colorado and Virginia, they just disappeared because they don't fit the narrative. You don't see anything on the news about them anymore. Just like the
I didn't hear much about them.
Yeah, the one in Colorado, a guy went in and shot up a gay bar. Turns out he was non-binary after the left tried claiming he was a MAGA Republican. And then the Walmart one in Virginia, turns out it was one of the store managers who.
No team leader.
My wife said no, he's a team leader. But the media keeps saying he's a manager. Was a manager.
Not a manager. Sean works there, and they talked to him about it was a team lead.
Okay. Anyway, he went in and shot up the break room and killed some people. Apparently that guy had a hit list. He was going in there after certain people.
Wow.
But since it didn't fit the narrative, because you had a non-binary guy and a black guy, it doesn't fit their narrative. That those stories disappeared real quick once the truth came out.
So what was the hit list guy's motive? Those are the ones that always interest me. The workplace ones, we've all had crappy jobs, but do you literally just sit there and think of different ways to kill the person next to you all the time? That's got to be a shitty job. I just wonder what these people are thinking.
If it's a shitty job, because he was making it shitty for the guys working under him.
I don't know. It's just a little out there. You can almost get it when the boss rolls up with a, I don't know, new Bugatti or something and comes in and lays you off. You know what I mean? And you can almost get it, but when it's your coworkers doing the same shit you're doing, it kind of makes you wonder. Everybody getting invited to the party but you, and is that the straw that broke the camel's back, or what? I don't know. Weird stuff.
Yeah, who knows? You know, China's got it again with the massive protests against the government. So you think that one's going to end with tanks again, like Tiananmen Square did? People over there protesting, they're still under lockdowns and being quarantined and
Maybe.
everything.
I'm shocked. Lots of them, every time they do that, they end up getting disappeared and all this crap. So shocked. Well, I guess not shocked, but yeah, I guess it's brave on their parts.
Hmm. You got protests in Iran, protests in China, and people are going to get disappeared and killed in both of those countries for protesting, and yet they're still out there doing it. And here you get all these Antifa and whatnot, and they think they're brave for going out there and throwing firebombs at shit when they got nothing really to be protesting about. Go over to Iran and then China, and maybe you'll have something to protest about. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and behave yourselves, you dumbasses.
Oh man, you seen the cost of eggs? Shit, I'm about to start a ride over at the damn grocery store.
Shit, Antifa are the ones that voted for that bitch. Caused that problem. Yeah, nobody to blame but themselves if they want to protest that one.
What, eggs? Antifa voted for higher egg prices?
They voted for Biden.
Damn, that just ain't right.
Did you see where Joe Biden now wants to go after all semi-automatic firearms? Which is just about everyone on the market.
So does this mean the AFT is gonna magically change rules, make them all legal?
They're going to be hard pressed to do that unilaterally through bureaucracy with all semi-automatic firearms. I mean, most of your handguns out there are semi-automatic. You got quite a few different semi-automatic rifles and shotguns.
Oh, come on, facts don't matter.
Gary says, hashtag buy stock in Altor. Then that's your snob because then you can't hold on to it. Yeah, he said that on Thanksgiving, and that anybody who owns a semi-automatic handgun is sick. Not sick as in they got a physical issue. They're meant that's sick as in mentally disabled, I guess you could say. Crazy. Says the guy who's, according to his daughter, is a pedophile. That's okay, but owning firearms, that's sick. That's another story that disappeared real quick. Was Biden's daughter's diary or journal, whatever it was.
Yeah. Do we know much about her? I've never looked into the family like that, but yeah. Is she a young adult and still accept his money by curiosity?
No, I don't think she has very much contact with him.
Well, maybe that's telling then.
Yeah, well, according to information that was leaked about Hunter Biden's phone and laptop and everything, he calls Joe Pedo Pete. So it's starting to make Corn Pop look like the good guy more and more. Made the joke about Corn Pop actually being the good guy out there trying to protect the kids from Joe, and that's why Joe had to be, That's why he was wanting to fight Joe, because Joe was like doing some crazy stuff with them kids, at the pool. Cornbread was like, "Oh no, that crazy white dude, he ain't getting away with that shit." That's why he had the razor. He found it laying in the street, and he was going to use that to save the kids. He's looking around. What can I use to help these kids? There's a rusty razor and a chain. I'll use that. And Gabriel's out there. So Rob's got quiet, and as he's talking, didn't realize he's muted.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen, messing around, cleaning fish tank stuff, so it's making a bunch of noise. And I had to check the cookies, so I figured I'd mute while I was out there.
You clean fish tank stuff while making the cookies? You.
Yep. Well, cookies are in the oven.
Man, you're gonna have fish tank flavored cookies.
No.
They're gonna be slimy and you.
Just jealous you don't have cookies.
Yeah, huh? The cookies out in the cookie jar.
Sure.
Yeah, there are.
Like from what, last year?
No, just not that recent. There you go.
What kind of cookies?
Oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal raisin?
Yeah.
Damn, how old are you?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with oatmeal raisin cookies now and then.
It's like Wheaties cookies or something, man.
I grew up eating those, man. It's a nostalgia thing every so often, especially this time of year, because my grandmother used to make them all the time.
Okay. Pull on the sympathy card. I get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're all right. I mean, that's all that's in the cookie jar, sure.
Well, everybody ate up all the chocolate chip. I mean, those get eaten first.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'm almost scared to ask. J&L cookies? I'm missing something. So M. Gabriel said, "How about J&L cookies?"
No, not familiar with those are.
I can't. If I do, no, my brain isn't comprehending right now. Yeah, Carrie says, "Good. Any gathering with a cookie tray, and the last one left on the tray will be oatmeal raisin." Not always. I can't stand macaroons, for example. I'd rather have an oatmeal raisin than a macaroon. Howdy, Chris.
See, you should have done a bracket. Best holiday cookies.
Midnight's already done that. Yeah, I'm not a cookie expert, so I want to know. I don't know if I could come up with 16 cookies to put on a bracket.
Well, there's definitely more than 16 cookies, but I don't know if they'd classify as holiday cookies off the top of my head. But
yeah. Or know what the technical name of them are. It's like that cookie with a little bit of jelly on it. I have no idea what the actual name of it is. But
Kolaski?
What was that, Rob?
Is it a Kolaski?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to spell that.
Those are good, though.
Bakery that was near where I grew up, they used to make these anise cookies, and they were really good with tea. You dunk them in your tea or coffee, really good. So, yeah.
They were talking about preparedness over there at Scotsman's earlier and stuff like that. Fire starters and all that, and everybody's going through the list. And not once did somebody mention a damn Bic lighter. I know it is probably too simple, but yeah, just seems like they're cheap and easy to stockpile now, and really easy to use later. So obviously flint and all the other stuff, and lint and blah blah blah, all your other methods. But man, nothing beats a damn lighter.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, Tara Reid's Kitchen's out there, so evening to you. And yeah, I mean, stop and think about it. You go back to World War II, you couldn't buy a Zippo on the civilian market because the military bought them all up to put them in troop kits.
Really?
Yeah. If you got a Zippo from World War II, it's a military surplus. They bought up
cool.
every one of them.
That's cool.
You didn't know that?
Nah, I didn't know that was that was a thing like that then or whatever. So no. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They work well. I mean, the only problem is the burns you can get if it leaks eventually, on your skins and stuff. But all in all, they do work well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every soldier in their kit, they had when they were shipped overseas, when they were issued it, they had a Zippo lighter and a can of fluid and some extra flints.
That's cool. Yeah, I've got one stashed away. Basically same thing. Can of fluid, extra little clear with the red wheel thing, flint pack, and lighter. Basically, all taped together. So just in case I ever needed it, I guess you could state. So
yeah, I used to carry a Zippo even if I wasn't smoking, even when I didn't smoke and stuff, because you never know when it could come in handy for something.
Yeah.
Get a frayed rope, you can, especially if it's like one of those nylon ropes, to burn the tip and melt the down to where it isn't frayed anymore and whatnot.
Yeah, it does come in handy. I've seen non-smokers panic about not having a lighter before. Turn out to be a big thing. So it's the one time they're thankful of smokers around.
Mm-hmm. Get stuck out somewhere, you need to start a fire.
Yeah, candles, fireworks, all types of different occasions. Yeah.
You never know when you're going to need a lighter or matches or what have you. Some way to start a fire anyway. I mean, fireworks, stuff like that, it's going to be a lot easier to use a lighter than a fire starter. Chip off magnesium off the fire starter so that you can start fireworks. Yeah, that's not going to work too well.
Well, yeah, obviously you could. Well, depending on location, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, but you can make a little torch or something to light things up with. But yeah.
No, I was just picturing in my head some redneck with a fire starter after trying to chip off pieces of magnesium onto the fuse of a firework.
Yeah, yeah.
And then getting at the flint and striking it with his knife, trying to get a spark onto the magnesium to light it. There's some dumbass out there that would try it. There's got to be. The law of averages just says there has to be somebody that's that stupid to try doing that.
Probably, I got a call today about installing a wood heater. So that'll be something coming up, I guess. I mean, obviously, not video-wise or something, but something I got to screw with here shortly,
Yeah.
and I guess install a walk-in tub for another person. So which would actually be my first walk-in tub install. So I've done tons of walk-in showers, custom showers, all that type of stuff, but never one of these walk-in tubs yet. So did a little research earlier. Doesn't look, challenging. So be interesting to see how it all plays out.
If we ever get the money to renovate the bathroom, wife wants to get one of those with the water jets in it, walk-in tub with the
They got the double
water
theaters and Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're relying heavily on a door seal. My first thoughts are like front load washers where they work great till you got a problem. But, all in all, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's,
Yeah, she's worried
I
about
don't know.
my knee. She's worried if the issue with my knee gets worse, if I'm going to be able to easily get in and out of a standard tub.
She doesn't want you stinking. I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a walk-in shower aspect or, those tubs. So there's nothing wrong with taking that route. Personally, I think it's kind of smarter if you don't have a bunch of young kids and stuff. Set yourself up for success. We all get older. Stuff like there's no reason a young person shouldn't have a grab bar in their shower. I mean, there's other purposes for them. Plus, young and old still slip. So prevent all that shit so you can stay in your home longer. So
number
things
one
like
location, number one location of slip and fall accidents in the home is the bathroom. It's usually somebody getting in and out of the bathtub.
That happens a lot. So things like that. But it's the stupid shit that always gets you. You know what I mean? That always tends to be the case. So you can do this, do that in sports or whatever at work, and come home and slip on something, bust your ass, and end up jacked up for the rest of your damn life. It's the craziest. I can't tell you how many times I've got off the roof, came home, and tripped going up my stairs. Like, goddamn.
One of the times I sprained my ankle was getting out of the bathtub. She had one of those the no-slip bath mats in the bottom of the tub that sticks on with the suction cups. It slipped. The no-slip mat is what caused me to sprain my ankle. I was like, nope, no more of those things in the tub.
Yeah, we had a mat a long time ago that was like one of them grippy mat things that lays on the bottom of the tub. I didn't like the thing. Like it was all right. Like it felt good to stand on, but the damn thing was. It was a pain. Like you had to peel it up all the time and constantly like rub the hell underneath of it, or else it just got funky. Like they like the soap water or soap scum, whatever the hell you call it, man. That's definitely not a clean way to go.
Yeah, and if you, like I was saying, if you're taking a bath or something, you move in the tub and they'll bunch up under you and you get all uncomfortable and shit. Yeah, those things are more of a pain in the ass than what they're worth.
Yeah, believe it or not, now I use like a hand towel. If I'm gonna sit in the tub or some shit like that, I'll just set a hand towel down. That's what I've been doing lately. I plan on putting a bench in and stuff, but I want to do an upgrade in a sense with multiple shower heads and a bench, and but just haven't gotten to it yet. Still debating I don't know how long I'm going to be here at this location, so I don't want to go dumping a bunch of money into something I'd love just to leave it.
Yeah, no getting one of those waterfall showers if you're not going to be staying in the house. Those things aren't cheap. You've seen those, right? The ones that are like a waterfall.
Yeah, I'm more about function basically than a party in the shower. So maybe some speakers that I could Bluetooth, not necessarily a party, but get in there and relax, almost like a little sauna when I'm sick or whatever.
Yeah.
couple drinks to the lady sometimes, things
Yeah,
like that. But
have you seen that the Epsom salt bubble baths that have like the menthol and stuff in them? They're really good for if you're not feeling good. Get in the
yeah,
tub with
like the bath bombs or something. Those.
No, it's an Epsom salt. It's green. They have them at Walmart. I forget the name of it, but it's a green liquid. They're usually where the bubble bath stuff is.
Okay,
And
I think I know what
yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's got like Epsom salts in it and stuff, and then menthol. And the if
But
you like taking hot baths or hot showers, if you're not feeling good, try some of that in like your bath water. That'll help clear you up a little.
we're borderline at risk of losing our man cards with this conversation. So
No, because they also help with muscle and joint pain too.
well,
Because
I don't know.
that's what it's made for. It's made for like muscle and joint pain, or if you like got swelling from a muscle sprain or what have you, to put in your bath water. And I found out one time when I did sprain my ankle, the doctor told me to use that, and I had a little bit of a sniffle going on at the same time, and it was easier to breathe after I took a bath and that stuff. So yeah, we keep some of that in the house at all times.
If you got trouble breathing, you just got to spray yourself with some of that Saber pepper spray. It'll clear you right up.
Uh huh. Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah, does wonders.
Uh huh.
But you're scared to try that.
No, what you need to get an old mobile home and make yourself your own CS gas trailer. That'll clear you out.
This tea works pretty well if you're scared to try the other stuff. But yeah,
Yeah. You know as well as I do, Rob, that CS gas, man, that'll clear you out.
oh yeah. So I say, like, the spraying with the pepper spray is close. It's kind of it's not the same, but it's close. But all the peppers and the sinuses and the snot and everything wanting to roll out your body, like, you feel like a new man afterward.
Oh, that's not good, Vanessa. Said around 2010 she was eating southern spiny lobster and her neck swelled up. Yeah, that's never good.
Definitely not a good time to find out you're allergic to something.
Yeah. Well, my uncle said that little story before about the octopus saved his life. He was over Okinawa back in when he was in the Marines during the Vietnam deal, and him and his unit were going to get shipped over to Nam from there, and they went out and had one last night on the town. He didn't know he was allergic to iodine at that point. Ate some octopus and ended up in the hospital. His unit went over got when they went over there. They walked into an ambush and were almost completely wiped out. So to this day, he says about how the octopus saved his life.
Yeah, they probably charged him for malingering too, didn't they?
No,
Bastards. No.
no, he didn't get charged with anything. I think the fact that they had to rush him to the hospital in an ambulance helped that situation. And the crazy thing is, you might not be allergic to something when you're younger, but when you get older, all of a sudden, boom, you can't eat it anymore. That's the way it was with me with peppers and stuff. My mother swears to God, when I was younger, I used to eat them without an issue, but then by the time I got like into my teens and 20s, I couldn't eat them anymore.
I don't know, man. I learned a long time ago not to eat strange foods. Sometimes you get put in a position where you have to, or it's going to be taken badly, but I try my best to avoid all that type of stuff. I don't even like free food like here or something. You know what I mean? So I'm just too damn skeptical. So I don't know. I guess I've known too many people that are doing shady stuff to other people, and I just don't trust free food. So
Well, it wasn't free food. My
yeah,
uncle and his
yeah,
buddies
yeah,
went
doing
to
strange
a
food.
restaurant, off base.
Yeah, food from another country. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. Nope. I think the locals get a kick out of screwing with soldiers and shit. So
Well, no, octopus
some
has a
are
lot
looking
of.
for a good rep. They want work and shit like
Yeah,
that. But I
but
think
yeah,
others just
they
love
didn't.
screwing with you.
Yeah, they didn't have to mess with the food. In his case, octopus has a lot of iodine in it naturally. That's what their ink's made from. The ink they squirt at you if they're scared. Vanessa says she's allergic to redwood, mesquite, and cedar. How do you smoke anything? If you like meats, how do you smoke meat and stuff if you're allergic to all that shit? John Z's out there asking about a Gila or CCI or Federal for 22. I haven't had issue with any of those, but like Chris is saying, CCI generally has the better reputation. I've used all three of them without an issue.
Yeah, I don't say honestly. I've heard things about Aguila, but I haven't personally experienced it. All the Aguila I've shot has been fine. Federal and CCI. Everybody swears by CCI, but cost wise, I like Federal, and I don't know. If you got a good gun, I don't think you have the typical issues everybody seems to have. So,
The
and
only ones
I
I've
say that people always got something to say, but I did post a video where I can run through a whole damn box of the cheapest shit and every round fires. So I don't know, man.
issues. The only ones I've had issues with are Winchester and Remington.
Well,
Winchester
the
white
box of
box.
Winchester.
Yeah.
That was what I ran live on camera. So me and the lady shot out a whole box. But
Yeah, the thing is, you can run into issues with any 22 because they're rimfire. All it takes is for that the primer to settle, which over time and being moved around and stuff, it can, which will knock where you'll have, depending on where it's sitting in the gun when you pull the trigger, and depending on how the firing pin is in the gun, you
it
hit a
can
spot that
definitely
doesn't
be
have
a
any
problem.
primer. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, the ammo I shot was, I think, 7 years old. I tried to look the code up and everything and figure it out, but basically, it happens. Don't get me wrong, you can have a problem, but I never have the problems that the average person seems to have. I can go to several range trips and never have a single dud, misfire problem at all.
Yeah, I mean it's
months,
it,
so
it's luck of the draw with that though, because I've got in Winchester white box a couple of boxes all from the same lot. One box will have 3, 4, 5 rounds that don't go off, and then the next box run flawlessly. Every one of them. So there's no rhyme or reason to it when it comes to the rimfire stuff.
Like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, I ran into a bunch of batches of bad ammo across different brands, I would state. But, since then, I haven't really seen much problem. So I would put it this way. I would trust my life that a 22 is going to fire, whether it's Federal, CCI, or Winchester, personally. But everybody's different. But that's my gun too. So
there's the one Remington variety that it's just total garbage. I just can't remember what the name of it is right now.
Got that golden dud stuff. I think the ones I don't like those. I only got a couple of those 50-round boxes, like basically just for testing. Other people swear by them, but to me, it seems like every magazine you got a damn problem with the things. They don't want to shoot. Like the actual bullet itself, it will be like tilted in the case, like it got slammed in funny, like all types of crazy shit. So I don't even bother with those. I don't care how cheap they are. I don't shoot to be pissed off the whole time. So people say, oh, it's practice jams and shit. I've never had jams like that in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'd throw my gun away if that was the case. Like, not in the military, not on range. Like, your shit shouldn't jam every time you go out. You should know how to deal with a jam, but it shouldn't be a regular thing. I mean, you got something's wrong if it's right, if it's a regular thing.
Mm-hmm. What 22 are you talking about shooting that out of, John? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I mean, he's saying you learned to check the side of the casing if it doesn't go off. Yeah, with 20, if you pull the trigger and you get a click, especially if you're using like a revolver, all you gotta do is like pull it out, rotate the round, put it back in, and boom, it'll go off the next time.
Yeah, or a semi, just eject it out and you pick it up and just try reloading it. Most of the time, it'll strike as the firing pin hits a different spot.
Yeah, he said with a revolver or a semi-auto. Oh, sorry, what was that, Rob?
I was just saying, yeah, it does happen, and I have played with some, but usually those are like the Golden Duds or this or that, but it's very rare. But it does seem like people act like every magazine it's acceptable for a 22 to have issues every other mag, which I think is crap, personally.
Well,
I
usually
think
with a semi-auto, if you have an issue with a semi-auto 22, it's usually because you didn't load the magazine properly. Because you got to make sure those are staggered just right, or they don't feed.
Or the guns are just crap. They don't want to admit it because they like the brand or they like what they bought. Nobody wants to admit that you got a piece of shit, but sometimes it happens. So, but it definitely shouldn't be a problem every range trip.
Yeah, John, some places still have their Black Friday sales going. So right now, if you want a revolver, it's a good time to get into a Heritage Rough Rider. Some places after rebate, you're looking at $55 for a Heritage Rough Rider. That's not a bad price. And if you want the one with both cylinders, you're looking at $66 some places. So yeah, I mean, look online, man. There's still places that are having their Black Friday sales on stuff. You're looking at the one place, I forget where we were looking at on Travis's show yesterday morning, and they had the base Rough Rider. I think it was $85, and then there's a $30 mail-in rebate on it. And then the one with the 22 Magnum cylinder as well as the 22 long rifle, they wanted $99, $95, somewhere around there. Again, with the same $30 mail-in rebate. That's a hell of a deal. I mean, is the Rough Rider the best 22 revolver out there? No, but you ain't going to find any other for that price either. I mean, for starting 22, that's not a bad little firearm.
I'd hope John would. I don't know, because I know he's just starting out or whatever. But for like a first gun, I would go more towards a defensive gun. So, I mean, that way, if things happen down the line, at the very least,
he's looking for one of those too. He just wants the 20. He just wants the 22 for fun. He's also looking for a defensive gun.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I mean, I don't know. Well, whatever. Everybody's there. I was going to suggest looking at a rifle maybe on gun number 2 or something. So, try to get like the necessity guns out of the way and then go for the wants or whatever, just because, life catches up and sometimes things happen. So, but if you got your bases covered, then, it's not that much of a problem, I guess.
Yeah, he said he's going to get the SD9 for home. Man, with the sales I got going on right now, you get a M&P for not much more than the SD9, and you got a better gun.
I don't shame the guy.
I'm staying within the Smith & Wesson family.
He's like a Jersey. He's, I don't know. I mean, as long as he can hit with the damn thing.
Rob, you're the M&P guy. Be quiet.
I know, but but because of that, I can't just automatically say, oh, you should just get an M&P. People like
Yeah,
different
okay.
things. So
Okay.
as long as the damn gun works and you can hit with
Yeah.
it, that's
The
all
Smith
that
and
matters.
Wesson SD or an M&P, which one would you pick, Rob?
I'd pick an M&P,
Okay, then be quiet.
hands down. But that's me. Some people like struggles. I've heard a mix of things about those, but personally, I'd just go with the M&P. But again, just me. But anyway, whatever. Defensive handgun, as long as the damn thing works, that's the most important thing. It works, and you can actually hit with the damn thing. So, besides that, don't worry about what your friends say.
Oh, man. Vanessa out there trying to tell him to get a 629. Yeah, 629, yeah, they'll get the job done. But, yeah, I can't shoot a 44 Magnum right now. Just doesn't know.
I think I like capacity myself. So, I mean, the way the world's going, how the nuts are multiplying. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
who knows? These, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, flash mobs where people are ripping people out of cars and everything. I definitely prefer capacity. But I guess, it's location, things like that. Everybody's got different things to worry about.
Yeah. That's why I got an 8-round 357 Magnum revolver.
Okay.
Well, it's the same amount as what a Smith & Wesson Shield holds. It's
Yeah,
more
but
powerful
the
color.
magazine changes are a little quicker.
Yeah, not if
And
you're
probably a
using
bit more comfortable to carry extra mags and stuff. So,
yeah, not if you're using moon clips. Moon clips
sure,
are real quick to load.
a lot of ifs. To each their own, man. To each their own.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that I carry this Smith & Wesson, the 627, because it is heavy and I don't have a holster for it. But if you're going to carry a revolver, 8 rounds is better than 6.
Standard cargo pocket, I can carry 5 mags in with no problem for that shield. One in a pocket that doesn't even fold over. You can just reach your fingers in and grab, and then 4 aligned in the actual cargo pocket. I can fit more in, but that's all in order in the right direction. So if I go to reach and pull,
Yeah,
they're
moon
in the
clips
right.
don't take up that much room. Moon clips are fairly small size too.
Hmm. Do they function for them in the pocket, or they become a big bulge in the bottom? Huh? Yeah.
Depends on how you got them.
Yeah.
Seriously, they're not much bigger around than what the. I mean, depending on how you got your Shield magazine, like this one, that's gonna leave a bulge if you got it sitting in your pocket like that.
Well, when you put all of them together, it's not really noticeable. If you only have 1 or 2 and they tilt sideways and they can slide next to each other, and then it looks like you got something in your pants. Yeah.
Well, here's a double stack magazine. I mean,
and obviously they left.
much
They
bigger
moved.
around to that. I mean, it's only that much bigger. It's not that much bigger than a double stack
The less
magazine.
they move and the less room they can bounce up and down, the more comfortable it is on hikes or long walks or running too. So, not that it's comfortable to have any weight smacking in your, leg, but if you have to, smooth panels might be better. But yeah, like I said, everything's different. As long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Or, as long as you're confident, then that's all that matters.
and they have belt pouches that you can put the moon clips in, which don't show up that much. It looks like you may have like a knife or something. Not that big a deal. Yeah. Oh, those are my regular glasses, John. With my eyes are a little sensitive to light, so the eye doctor wanted me to have a little bit of tint to them, and it looks worse than what it actually is because I guess it's something to do with the blue blocker that makes them look darker on camera than what they actually are.
I don't know, John. I think either he's a vampire or he's high and he's trying to hide it.
Yeah, no, because if you look, they're clear. I don't know if it shows up right on the camera with that either, but the bottom's clear. But again, you can't really tell because I think it's the blue blocker somehow is like blocking the light from going through, so you're not getting. So
Or he's checking out his wife's sister.
no, that ain't happening.
Now, is that Heritage the cylinder pop out so you can unload all? I believe probably 6 rounds at one time.
You potentially could do it that way if you wanted to, but otherwise you load it and unload like you would a Colt Peacemaker.
So you got that little slide gate thing in one shell at a time.
Yeah, you could do it that way, or I mean, in theory, you could just take the cylinder out and do it that way if you wanted to. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't.
Yeah, but then you got to remove the whole cylinder to do it, though.
Well, it's not hard to do. The cylinder should come out easily.
So basically, there's nothing fast about it. Yeah, I mean, it's just for fun.
Yeah, most of your single-action revolvers back in the West, you would loaded and unloaded the same way. The only one that was different was the Smith & Wesson.
Terms, though, you know what I mean? Most people, that was a common thing. But now that's like showing up with a flintlock or something to a gunfight.
Well, I don't know anybody that's going to go into a gunfight with a Heritage Rough Rider. To be
that's what I mean. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, what's that? Isn't there a Smith & Wesson revolver that's got like 10-shot 22, but it's like $600 or something?
Yeah.
So that I'd be more interested in, because and it seems like it'd be more fun, and it's only as slow as an average revolver, as far as reloads.
Yeah, back in the West, the fastest revolver to reload was the Smith & Wesson number 3 or Model 3, whichever it was. That was the break action one where it broke up and then ping, kicked all the rounds out and you just bing, 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 click, boom, 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 right back into the fight.
Yeah, seems like even just for fun on the range and, playing around, plinking, fun with friends or whatever, shooting cans, whatever it may be. Slow, long reload process just seems like it kind of takes some fun out of it.
Yeah, but Chris and John.
I feel the same with black powder, so maybe it's just me.
Chris and John were out there talking about the Taurus G3. Yeah, Taurus G3, G3C, Taurus G2C. I mean, those are good guns, and they're going to cost you about the same as what your SD would, John. So yeah, then I think those are a better option than the SD, to be perfectly honest with you. I have a G2C. That used to be my Kerrigan before I got my SIG P365. Nothing wrong with the G2C, G3C, G3, or the shit, I always forget what the new one is. The one the size of the P365, the new one that Taurus has. It's got the optics bent on it. It's something.
Oh, the PPGCC.
Yeah, no. There was a place that I forget where it was, but they for Black Friday they had the Taurus G2C back under $200. I think they wanted $189 for it. That still gets you a 12 round magazine, and it can use the full size G3 magazine, which gets you what 15 rounds I think in the G3 mag. So G4X, thanks Patriot. Yeah, I always forget what the name of it is.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I mean, I'd trust. I don't know. I'd take the chance to buy a Taurus, I should state. So, especially the price and whatnot. Seems like people love or hate them in a sense. Most people tend to say they work, but fit and finish could be questionable. But the important part is they normally work. So.
Yeah.
From what I hear, I guess, don't get me wrong, out of, every so many, they got some screw ups and this and that. But if you get a good one, then you're probably okay, from my understanding.
Yeah, the semi-autos tend to be better than the revolvers. I mean, you saw the pictures from Krabby Turtles, what they did to his Taurus, right? When he sent it in for repair.
Think so? I don't recall.
Looked like it had glue all over it.
Yeah, maybe I didn't see it.
I had a picture of it somewhere. I just don't remember where now. It was on Instagram where he sent me the picture.
Yeah, I don't know about gluing shit on my gun though. Yeah. You talking about like an emblem on the grip or something, or
No, when he sent it in for repair, it looked like they glued the barrel in or something.
what?
Yeah. And the worst part is they didn't have to touch the barrel; the cylinder needed repair.
But you can do that?
Yeah. The piece that holds the cylinder in the crane that hold the piece that the cylinder's attached to that swings out from the firearm, that was damaged. He had to get that repaired. And when he got it back, it looked like they glued the barrel back into it.
No, they didn't. Come on.
No, I'm serious, man. I'm absolutely serious. It looked like they hot glued it.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, maybe I wouldn't buy a Taurus. Holy shit.
Not the revolver, anyway. Like, Jesus Christ.
Wow. That's crazy, man. They glued it. Years ago, I was busy. I paid this kid to fix my quad. I thought I busted a connected rod or something in the damn thing. I didn't take time to look at it, to be honest. I was busy with work. This kid was supposedly good. Locals knew him, had a reputation, so I figured out what the hell. He was willing to do it over the weekend. He did it I don't know, less than a day. There's a reason why, but needless just because I figured, parts take time to get. Well, kid ended up what I did was I snapped one of the sides of my piston, and that came off, and it clogged up and seized the engine basically. So kid pulled it apart, pulled the little piece of the piston that busted off out, cleaned it up, fired it up, damn thing run. He told me to replace it. You know, it was cheap. I paid the kid, took it, rode the hell out of it. It ran for another 6 months before it actually died, right? And then I just took the time and rebuilt it myself and was like, that son of a bitch. But, you know, basically, I thought I got screwed in that sense, but gluing a gun back together, now that's just crazy. Like, from a company, like, that's nuts, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was absolutely insane. Yeah, I think he sent the picture of that in on Gizzard Gary's Gorn thing on Friday nights. It was a few months ago now. But yeah, it had like what looked like a bunch of what it looks like when the hot glue from a glue gun dries. I mean, it looked like there was a bunch of that around where the barrel inserts into the frame. It's like, why would they even take the barrel out if all they had to do was replace the crane? Like, what? It didn't make any damn sense at all why they would have touched the barrel like that. But they did, apparently. John had to take off, saying his back was bugging him. So, all right, John. He says he's still out there listening. Hope you start feeling better. I know you got back issues and stuff. So. Patriots wanting us to find him a SIG We the People 1911. Yeah, good luck with that. I haven't seen one of those in I don't know how long.
It's a tough Patriot. You better knock that curse stuff off. I ain't finding him a dang thing, man. Find him a shovel.
Yeah, he wasn't out there. He wasn't out there when you were talking about the curse your lady, him cursing your lady with the Christmas story thing.
Got me out there changing a tire in a grocery store parking lot. Thanks a lot, buddy. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, for those that weren't watching Rick's show and weren't here earlier, we were talking about Christmas Story yesterday on Rick's chat, and Patriot throws out there in the dark about that's how I learned to change a tire or something like that, along those. That's how Rob learned how to change a tire, was watching Christmas Story. And Rob said last evening, whatever, his lady went to go to the grocery store and he had to go and change the tire for her because she got a flat. And Rob made the joke about time me when he goes to change the tire. Because in the movie, Ralphie's dad thought every tire change was like the Indy 500.
That's how it is, though, isn't it? Because it really is that way. Like, all right, I got this. I'm gonna make this one. Like, this is gonna be the best one. Roll up, hop out with the big floor jack out of the Civic. Roll it up.
Man, how the hell do you fit a floor jack in a Civic?
Dude, you don't think about that. You just got to do it. You jump in the mode. And the tire in the back seat. Like, it was crazy, man. Very good. Wheel chucks, loosening lug nuts up, had it up, switching. By the time people were like, what's this crazy guy doing? I was almost done.
Picture wants to know, did she say, oh, fudge? Only she didn't say fudge. She said the mother of all words.
He probably did, but that was when she called me.
Did you put a bar of Lifebuoy in her mouth?
No, I did ask, like, well, how in the hell did you make it all the way to the store on a flat tire? I didn't notice. And then it was just flat. I'm like, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's probably one of those slow leaks where it leaked really slow, and then when she got to the store, it was all flat by that point.
Oh. Kind of funny, though. Like, damn that Patriot. So I was thinking of you when I was changing that tire, Patriot.
Yeah, he was saying, oh, fudge about you.
I was like, what's going to happen to the furnace? Oh, no.
Yeah. He's like, that goddamn fucking blind guy cursed me when I got to change his tire, motherfucker. Yeah, he's cursing at you like the old man did to the furnace in the movie.
Pretty much.
Patriot said that's what happened to him, soap blindness. Oh, Ralphie, I'm so sorry I made you eat the bar soap. What is it, Ralphie? What's wrong? Soap blindness, or soap poisoning, or whatever it was. Oh, man.
You ever have to, I don't know, not eat a bar of soap, but get a bar of soap stuffed in your mouth?
For saying a bad word, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Or drop a Dawn.
Yeah, see, I never had that, but I seen my friends' parents poison them like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I got hot sauce, but I ended up liking hot sauce. But generally, I didn't try to cause problems like
Yeah.
that anyway. But
Where did you learn a word like that? Oh, what was it? Schwartz?
just starting to look at your dad like, well,
Yeah, no. His mom called Schwartz's mother.
really
Do you know where
getting
he said he learned that word? And then you hear the other kid's mother on the phone, probably from his father. And she's like, no. He said he learned it from your son. And his mother's like, what? What? You can hear him just getting wailed on by his mother on the phone. Oh, man. And then Ralphie's mother gingerly and carefully hangs the phone up. Like, I don't want to hear this. That is a funny-ass movie, the first one. The second one wasn't as funny, but it was still good because, you know, like I said, there was some callbacks to the original and stuff. I don't want to say anything that happens in it because I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
When's the last time you changed a tire, Rich?
Not for a long time. Haven't had to.
Now, when you had to, did you try to just get it done as fast as possible, correctly, or did you just take your time out of it?
God, I don't even remember. I mean, it's been a while since I've had to change a tire.
So I think it's like it's just a guy thing, you know. As soon as there's like a flat, it's like you hear the gun shoot and the race has started, and you're just looking at the clock like it's got to be done. You know, it's almost like, you know, I don't know, a hole in your boat.
Yeah, the last time I took a tire off a car wasn't to change it. It was to change a shock. As the shock broke. That was years ago on our the Buick that we used to have.
Damn Buicks.
Hey, that car would run.
You know what? I was given a Buick once at a gas station. Car ran great. You know, the only problem? The shock tower was sticking up through the hood.
Oh, that works well.
Guy called me. He's like, yeah, I think I got a problem. I'm at the gas station. So I ran over, looked at it. I was like, oh, like, yeah, you got a big problem, man. Like, yeah, he didn't want nothing to do with it. He was like, I'll give you the title. Can you get rid of it for me? I was like, sure. Guy pulled his shit out of his car right there. Somebody came back, I don't know, his wife, whatever, with the title. Everything was legit. Dude signed it over to me. I drained the gas tank right there in the parking lot. People at the store were like starting to panic and freak out because that's a no-no. Stripped stuff out of the vehicle and then towed it to the scrapyard. All on the spot, basically. So it worked out for me. It was a shitty deal for him. So I owned the Buick for like an hour.
Yeah. Chris said he had to buy a battery for his truck today, costing $265. What the fuck kind of gold-plated battery are you using, Chris? Holy Jesus. $265 for a battery? He said he almost had a heart attack. Yeah, I can see why.
Right, the auto store.
Going back to our Buick, we had a 84 Buick LeSabre with the 304. That car would just run. Well, when we first got it, we were still living in Pittsburgh, and we're going at McKnight Road, which is the main road through the North Hill section of Pittsburgh. I'm like, she seems like she's going awful fast. This was like dead of night. We were going to Giant Eagle, which was open 24 hours at the time. I had just gotten off of work at a different Giant Eagle, ironically enough. But we didn't shop at the Giant Eagle I worked at because, the store wasn't that great. But it was close to where we lived, so, and I knew the manager and everything, so when I got laid off at Greyhound, I went back to work there. But we were heading after the Giant Eagle. I looked down at the speedometer. She's doing 80. I was like, Amy, you might want to slow down. She's like, why? I was like, you're doing 80. She's like, no, I'm not. I was like, you want to look at the speedometer? She's like, oh, shit. She's lucky that none of the Ross Township police were there because they would give her a ticket in a heartbeat. No warning, just a ticket. Yeah, but she was doing 80 in a 55. That wouldn't have been a good outcome, ticket-wise. 25 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's not a minor ticket.
Well, that's why girls are supposed to keep a ketchup packet in the car. And if you get popped like that, you just pop the ketchup, put it in between your legs, and tell them you're having girl issues. And the officer's going to be like, oh, shit, understandable. Just please slow it down. Telling you, they want nothing to do with it.
Uh-huh. He said he had to buy one of the AVG batteries since he has all the auto start and shut off shit. Man, 265, that's still a hell of a lot for a car battery. Yeah, defense dad says, what if the cop was a chick?
Well, she'd get it. She'd totally understand. Might even give you an escort or a pad.
Rob must have experience. He must have done this. It's only instead of having lady issues, officer, my butt's bleeding. I gotta get to the hospital.
No, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
In most cases, officers are people too. Sometimes they're a robot in some countries or situations, small areas, but typically they're people too. So if you can hit them with something realistic like that, sometimes they sympathize.
Finstead said he's putting together his new standing desk. He said the instructions are worse than an IKEA piece of furniture. Is it like the episode of Friends where they were putting together the Chinese piece of furniture and the directions were all like really weird English? Like it said, grab your happy screwing driver. Is that one of those ones that converts from a sit-down desk to a standing desk or just a regular standing desk? They say you're supposed to be good for your back and stuff. I don't know.
I always like putting furniture together. So it's kind of like a puzzle for grown-ups. It sucks when you get it together, damn near done, and realize something's in the wrong spot.
It's like,
bolt ain't long enough, or yeah, that sucks. But all in all, besides that, it's kind of fun. So
yeah, we had one of those heavy corner computer desks that you got to put together when we lived. This was a few years ago. And, I get it all together and realize the boards on the bottom that are in the back of it that hold the two legs together so that they don't move around and stuff. I put them on backwards. I put the right one on the left and the left one on the right so that the plywood was showing instead of the fancy like fake Formica covering on it. I said, fuck it, because nobody could see it anyway because I wasn't taking the whole damn desk back apart.
Oh, you gave up. Oh man,
Man, I wasn't. That desk was freaking
dude,
heavy, and I didn't have any
you
help.
let that desk whoop your ass.
Dude,
You let it whoop your ass,
that desk was fucking heavy, man. I was not about to
man.
take that thing back, have to flip that thing down and take it all back apart again. No.
Yeah, I couldn't walk by that desk without feeling ashamed that it whooped my ass. I'd have to fix that.
No.
Like
Nobody
it
could see
might
it
happen the
anyway.
next
I didn't
day
give a
because I
shit.
was so pissed off, but I'd have to fix that.
Nobody could see it. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, but you know, and you know the desk
And you
knows,
know what?
and the
I didn't
people
give a
that
shit.
made the
No,
desk
I
know.
did not give a shit.
See, it's a good thing you're not in construction, bro.
Oh, I used to be.
That it looks good from my house. Shit, don't cut it, buddy.
Defense Dad says that desk is a Christmas present from his parents. It has an electric motor and memory sensor. Oh, he's got the really fancy one with the electric motor and shit. It'll raise and lower by itself. Tim S. said the Black Entertainment Center from Wally World sucked. I got one of their glass ones from Wally World. Tempered glass shelves on a metal frame. Well, we're gonna have to cut this short because I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta be at the eye doctor at 7:30. So, yep, we've already gone for about an hour and a half. So, did you want to say something, Rob? I saw you unmuted and muted back up when I was talking.
Oh, no, I was just gonna go on about the desk and things like that, but no big deal.
He said the actual desk is crap, but the frame is heavy duty. He said he's gonna make a proper desktop from cabinet grade plywood. It said the motor's rated for 85 pounds. Get yourself a couple of 4x2s and make yourself a proper wood desktop, man. Come on, don't cheap out. Plywood. Come on, man. Anyway, got anything you want to plug before we get out of here or anything?
No, just thanks for joining us, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed your uh I wanted to say Halloween. Wow. Hopefully enjoyed your Thanksgiving.
You still
uh
got the Black Friday discount going?
yeah, we got the Black Friday / Cyber Monday 35% off discount rolling on the site for R&L displays if anybody's interested. So which they do make good gifts too, so just something to keep in mind for that gun guy, husband, or lady in your life. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that's about it. Other than that, thanks for joining us. Stay cool, folks, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep. And I put the link to the R&L displays out there in the chat. I didn't put the discount code because Rob's too cheap to let the 15% stack on top of the 35%. So I tried getting y'all a 50% discount if you're one of our viewers, but he wouldn't go for it. So.
This guy.
Hey man, I'm trying to help our viewers. Come on. You gotta make the people happy, man. Give them what they want. With that said, we will catch y'all later. Have a good rest of your evening and week to come. And until next time, oops. Damn it, I hate that they do that now. So, yeah. Let me find my outro and then we'll be out of here.